I want you to understand something. The soap in your shower, the detergent in your laundry room, the toothpaste on your brush, there's a good chance they all came from the same place. Not a factory, a handshake. In 1837, in Cincinnati, Ohio, two men who made completely different products decided to become partners. What they built over the next 187 years didn't just create brands. It created the blueprint for how every modern company sells you everything. William Procter made candles. James Gamble made soap. Both were sons of immigrants. Both married daughters of Alexander Norris. And in 1837, right in the middle of the Panic of 1837, an economic collapse, their father-in-law sat them down. He said, "You're competing for the same raw materials, tallow and lard. Why not work together?" On October 31st, 1837, they signed the partnership agreement. Procter & Gamble started with $792 in capital. That's it, from scratch. By 1859, sales hit $1 million. But the real breakthrough came during the Civil War, 1861 to 1865. The Union Army needed soap and candles, and P&G won the contracts. Soldiers from all over the country used their products, and when they went home, they remembered the brands. After the war, P&G had something priceless: national recognition. In 1879, a worker accidentally left a soap mixer running too long, whipping extra air into the batch. The soap floated. Harley Procter, William's son, saw the opportunity. He branded it Ivory in 1882, launched the slogan, "It floats," and backed it with the first ever national advertising campaign. By 1890, the company incorporated. They'd gone from a handshake to a corporation in 53 years. In 1911, P&G did something no food company had done before. They turned cottonseed oil into Crisco, the first all-vegetable shortening. Using hydrogenation, a chemical process that solidified liquid fat, they created a product that didn't need refrigeration and lasted longer than lard. But the science was only half of it. P&G hired home economists, published free cookbooks, and taught American housewives how to use it. Within a decade, Crisco was in millions of kitchens. This wasn't just selling a product, it was changing behavior. And in 1924, P&G opened the first dedicated product research and development lab in the consumer goods industry. They weren't guessing anymore, they were engineering products from molecules up. But the real revolution came in 1931, when a young marketer named Neil McElroy wrote a memo. He proposed that instead of one team managing all brands, each brand should have its own dedicated manager, responsible for advertising, sales, and profit. P&G adopted it. That memo invented modern brand management, the system every company from Unilever to Apple uses today. And in 1933, P&G took it further. They started sponsoring radio dramas to sell soap. Shows like Oxydol's own Ma Perkins ran for decades. Housewives tuned in daily. That's why we call them soap operas. P&G didn't just advertise during the show, they produced the show. They owned the audience. In 1946, P&G launched Tide, and it changed laundry forever. Tide wasn't soap. It was the first heavy-duty synthetic detergent for home use. Soap left residue in hard water and didn't work well in cold water. Tide worked in any water, any temperature, and got clothes cleaner. Then, in 1955, P&G introduced Crest, the first fluoride toothpaste. In 1960, the American Dental Association gave Crest its seal of approval, the first toothpaste ever to receive it. Within a decade, cavities in American children dropped significantly. P&G hadn't just sold toothpaste, they'd partnered with public health. In 1961, P&G tested Pampers, the first mass-market disposable diaper, in Peoria, Illinois. Parents loved the convenience, but the cost was high, and the product leaked. P&G spent 5 years refining it. By 1966, Pampers rolled out nationally. It wasn't just a product, it was a social shift. Disposable diapers freed up time, reduced laundry, and changed expectations around childcare. By the 1970s, Pampers was a billion-dollar brand. Tide, Crest, Pampers, 3 products, 3 decades, 3 categories P&G created or revolutionized. By the 1980s, P&G was a powerhouse, but they wanted more categories. In 1985, they acquired Richardson Vicks, gaining Vicks VapoRub, NyQuil, and Oil of Olay. In 1989, they bought Noxel and got CoverGirl and Noxema. In 1990, they acquired Old Spice. In 1999, they bought IAM's Pet Food. Each deal brought P&G into a new space: healthcare, cosmetics, men's grooming, pet care. They weren't just a soap company anymore. They were a consumer goods empire. Then came 2005. P&G acquired Gillette for $57 billion, the largest acquisition in their history. Overnight, they added Gillette razors, Braun appliances, Duracell batteries, and Oral-B toothbrushes. P&G was now the biggest consumer goods company on the planet, with over 300 brands. But scale created problems. Too many brands, too much complexity. So between 2012 and 2016, P&G streamlined. They sold Pringles to Kellogg in 2012 for $2.7 billion. They cut the portfolio from over 170 brands down to about 65 core brands. In 2016, they traded Duracell to Berkshire Hathaway. The strategy: focus on the biggest, most profitable brands in the biggest categories. Fewer brands, deeper investment, higher returns. Today, P&G operates in over 180 countries and serves more than 5 billion people. During COVID-19 and 2020, they ramped up production of essentials, cleaning products, paper goods, hygiene items when the world needed them most. But they're also rethinking how they operate. Under their Ambition 2030 goals, P&G is cutting greenhouse gas emissions, reducing virgin plastic and packaging, and improving water efficiency across operations. They're using data analytics and AI to personalize marketing, and e-commerce now represents a significant share of sales. The company that started with a handshake in 1837 is still evolving, still changing how products reach you, still shaping daily life for billions of people. That's the story of P&G. Not just what they sell, but how they taught the world to sell. So that's how two men with 7,000 and a handshake built a company that touches your life every single day. If you want to go deeper, check the sources in the description. P&G's own archives, business histories, and brand timelines are all there. Because understanding how P&G changed the world means understanding how modern consumer culture was built. Thanks for watching.